I've been looking at those lamps and I was like, something's off about them. I remembered from my childhood that that opened, but that's the means how. And what does that do? So that just closes it. Oh, and what? We're turning around? Oh no. What is this? This is how we get to the upper path. I was wondering. I thought that we would have to go all the way up and around, but no, this is it. Now, I definitely want to get to this, because this is the next dome. Oh, it's sort of like the half open with the line. Oh, darn. A little bit too slow on that one. Close enough. Let me record that down. Okay, so Forest Dome was the partially open with the line in the center. So what's interesting is, so far, like, Gehn had written in his notes about colors and how they're associated with the eyes, and so far I have the first eye, the fourth eye, and the sixth eye of the color system. Anything I can touch around here, aside from maybe the dome itself? Now, yeah, that's the viewer over there. And I suppose I'll try out the code that I have. So 19, it would be right here, I think. 16, so that's 15, 16, 12, 11, and 9. Because I don't think we have the power to these as of yet, but I should probably check each of the books just to make sure one doesn't happen to have power. Nope. Still blank. It has to be the central dome. Because the central dome is supposed to provide them with power. Okay. So we're out of there. It seems like there's... Oh, that's the path that we did take. This is what I'm probably looking for. It looks to be like some kind of observation tower. Don't think there's anything I can click or press on. Except for the door. Oh, and this is actually made with a work skull. There's the tusks and everything. Okay, so the left lever goes up. And now we're high above the village. Okay, so we have the village. Is there... Oh! So this is where everything is situated. Now I wonder if this is what activates the tower thing. Let's see. Yes! Okay. That closes it. Let's go back down and get to that pronto. Because that's precisely what we needed. So this was kind of Gehn's control room for the sacrifices, perhaps? Or... But I thought that he would be sitting publicly on the dais. Oh yeah, that's the branching path that led us to the viewer. So let's go back down. It makes me wonder what that blue button is. Maybe it's so that he could easily call for a tram to make a quick getaway? I don't know. It was a sneaky button, though. Oh! Oh! Huh. Did she go back to the village? I think this is where I left the cart. Yes. Aww. I wonder if it was the same child from before that had been, yeah, is that a ball? I don't know. I want to know what it is. And like, why this particular spot isn't heated? Because maybe if I could find a way to heat that spot, I could get that ball that's floating around up there, if it is indeed a ball. I mean, maybe there will be a control center up here. That'd be nice. Okay, here we are. And now that we have a platform, we'll actually be able to get up into the space, though we're not being fed to works anytime soon. Okay. Let's pull the lever. Coming down. I wonder how many people meet grisly fates at the maws of the works. Okay. I imagine we're sitting on this, like, one of those swings. That's only like a peg of wood that you are supposed to put your legs over. This was probably a grisly last sight for a lot of people. Okay. Oh, is that a prisoner? Hello? Hi? Hi? Is he just disbelieving? I hope it's not going to be the same animation. Looks like it. I wonder if I can let him out. I mean, he might, given the red band around his head, he could even be a member of the Moiety that's been captured and would have probably been executed were it not for me constantly putting the people into into their homes. I mean, like, they're constantly running away and hiding. Whoa. He left so fast, I didn't even see him leave. What's... That's how he left. There's a secret door. That would make it a really, really easy way for prisoners to get out. Oh, should I have just investigated it? I don't want to get caught in a situation where I might not be able to get out. So I'll investigate the upper area, and then I'll get back to that. Oh, and that's lower down. That means we'll be able to reach this spot wherever we choose. Well, whenever we choose. Well, I suppose there's only one thing left to do. Weird, great thing that's probably in sewer water. I wonder how my character is just like, you know, I'm gonna reach into that sewer water. Maybe there's a bizarre lever for a hidden passage. I mean, it makes sense. The guy could have escaped at any time. Why did he choose now? Yeah, so that's the sliding door and a lever to get out. That's where we came from. Oh, we're clicking around in the darkness again? Oh. There's like water. Wait. What just happened? How did we teleport? That doesn't make sense. I hope there isn't like a severe glitch in the game where I get to this point and I can't proceed. I just constantly get teleported back to that. Oh, there's a light? Oh no. Come on, please. I was just able to turn on the light. I hope that maybe turns on lights throughout the whole chamber. Maybe I'll actually be able to see that way. Maybe there's a branching path that I never saw and it just takes you down the one that you can feel for. Oh, no. I really hope this isn't a constant glitch in the game, because if I can never proceed past that point, I don't know if I'll be able to play. Yeah. I'll try to do other things. Maybe just being in the area is unfortunate. I don't know. I'd feel terrible if I was constantly put back to the start and I could never progress in there, because it booted me out back even when I... Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back to the mining cart world and see what I can do from there. I really hope that that bug doesn't persist in the future. I'll make a note of it. And I'll make a completely separate save file, just in case it was like the whole file itself that was corrupted. Because I think there's still a lot of the game that I can complete. It's actually very possible that I've gone farther than it wants me to, but I think I could have done all that regardless, because it was just pushing a couple of buttons and redirecting some of the paths. There's no reason for it to send me back to the start. It'd be terrible if I couldn't finish this game because I couldn't proceed down one corridor. Okay. Now, one thing I was wondering about is if there was nowhere I could go around here. Because I was hoping, like, maybe I could reach that pipe. But it's connected to the last pipe, I think. Any, like, boxes or interesting things around here? That's just the main pipe. So I'll go up. There was, I think, another door in Gehn's area. Another thing I wanted to do is, I wonder if I put the pellet in there, close it, and then send it down, but then leave and come back. Maybe something will happen. Okay, so I've left. Oops, I didn't mean to close the doors. Did we catch anything? I suppose you wouldn't catch something if it was closed, though. So maybe I'll just put it down open. And maybe I'll come back for it later, after I've done a couple more things. Maybe it just needs time. Alright, I'll close those. Get back over here. Alright, so we're back in the lab. Uh-oh. The gun is gone. I wonder if Gehn returned and noticed that we had touched his things, or... Uh-oh. That's creepy. Yeah, let's see. I wonder if there's a lot of tram tracks out here. I wonder if this leads to another, but we need to call it. That's what the blue button is for. Though, why would he put it on that door versus the other door? It doesn't make sense. It should be over by this door. Because then, while you're leaving, you can bop the button and have your tram. There we go. Now, is there a platform on the other side? I wonder if there's anything over there. Can I move it at all? Nope. No, looks like it can't get off. Sometimes in these games you can disembark from a different side. Now, this looks like a very small island that's only a square, maybe? Oh, this is the one where you go on either side. Okay, well, let's try side number 1. Yeah, there's the trams. That's the forest. Yeah, the Riven's just a series of islands. Oh, it's this age. Well, not age. This is all one age. This is Riven. But it's this island. Sort of has algae, and I don't know if the roots are... Maybe he's put like a fence of tusks up and around these jagged rock structures. I absolutely love the music here. Now, what's that below? It seemed like a circle? Yeah, it sort of like opens up into a floor. Maybe this separates or becomes some stairs. Yeah, I don't see any balls or buttons. Huh. It's like a bunch of like waterways and fissures. Pretty area. I wonder how these remain dry. Probably just drained it and made sure that everything else was carved off just so. Oh. Are those like spigots? They seem to be lining the tops of all of these. There's a button. Oh, is this what I think it is? Those are... I think those are the islands, because this is the tiny one that's a square. This is the, like, cubic one. This is the L shape. Yeah, this is actually how Gehn drew his in his map. And there's like a fissure going between them. So this must be the big island, the one with the village on the inside. So I'll write that down. Village Isle. And that's like an L shape. I don't know what the L shape would be. Maybe that's the island that we initially came in on? Maybe the wood one, or... What happens when we do that? It seems to be covering itself in a huge bubble of water? And it looks like you can only activate one at a time. And is that one gonna fill up? The square? Now I'm just gonna look up and see if I can survey the other islands, because that's the tree isle. I think this, we're on this tiny one, I think. It just doesn't seem to be oriented in the way that I thought it would. Unless this is the L Isle, and that's the dome. No, that... I see, the isle that we came in on is probably that one. Which means maybe that's the little isle? That's the big one. And we are on the L shape? tiny. Okay, let's see. And then maybe that's the wood. So I'll write down these. So we just came from the wood aisle. This is probably the aisle that we're currently standing on, so I'll just put water on it. Maybe that will do something to it. I don't know if we're supposed to put these in a specific order, or if this is how we activate the gold domes. Okay, so I'll draw this diagram too. So the square, the one with the cube, and then the big guy. Yeah, they all fit together like a puzzle. Maybe that's how, like, the island split apart. He sort of described how they had been drifting apart. So it's possible maybe they were all one thing. Oh, wait, is this like the power complex? I think I remember this from the footage. Well, not the footage, the notebook. Oh. Oh no, it's tilted. Oh, but it can still get it when it's on its side? I actually got it when it's on its side. I'm gonna start it up again though. If I don't see what it is before it starts up again, ooh, the animation went bad there. If I don't see what it is before I stop it, I won't know which eye symbol it is. So I'm gonna start it up again and come back and start it later. Okay, which one is it? It's the, I think the fully closed one? Yeah, it looks like the fully closed one to me. So... So I'll go back. It always sort of pauses when it gets the right one there. There we go. It's stopping again. Now I wonder if because we bubbled this one up, if I open this one, if it will be energized or if it's still something related to the central platform that I need. I'll go take a look. Hello, book. So we have 19, 16, 12, 11, and 9. Okay. Now, I wonder if it's energized, if it will have like a ring of light around it, because nothing seems different. No, still without power. But at least we know where the dome is. At this point, I have 4 of the 5 domes. Unless there's a 6th, because there were 6 colors. Okay, that animation stopped. Now let's see what's inside this structure. Oh, we have this activated. Because we have the L shape going with the water. Does pushing this do anything? So that's an extrusion point. That's like the bay. Is that the spot with the dome? Yeah, I'll put it on the dome. Yeah, that's what we need. Let's see if this provides power to it. 19, 16, 12, 11, and 9. That, or it's just supposed to give me like a hint of where things are supposed to be. Nope, still blank. So I think it's just supposed to tell you where on the islands the balls are, because the balls are definitely important. So I'm gonna go around, find where the orbs are on each island, like what their designated square is, because this is probably relevant to some kind of weird color puzzle later on. Okay. So that's the one we need. I'll color that one in. So the control aisle, I'll call this one. It's in that spot. So this is just going to be like an information gathering episode, probably. Sorry, guys. Okay, let's go to the wood aisle. Slowly filling in. It must be creating sort of that, like, the bacteria must be forming a kind of bubble on top. I don't know why he would need a visual cue like this, but it's pretty. Now, as I recall, the orb was underground. So as to, that's like an outer rim. We're probably looking for the mountainside that has, his tower. Hard to tell, though. I mean, this seems to have like a flat bed area and a waterfall. But unfortunately, because it's underground, I can't know for certain what the topography is like. If I could see where the tower was, that would probably be good. I mean, that seems to have an upper lip. Well, approaching the island, we come in from this direction. So it's definitely not this side. What's that divot? That's odd. It seems like a hole. Well, I'll write that down just in case. Because my other contender would be maybe this corner. Because that's probably where the house sits. But I don't see anything of note in there. So I'm gonna say for the time being, it's the upper corner. Because that has that very peculiar divot in here. Oh, but are we supposed to remember precisely, like, which part of the island we're in? Because this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll write that down. So it's the third down, second that way. Am I gonna have to go back and figure out, like, which part of this? It's a 5x5 grid. Eek.